Am I wrong for cutting contact with my friend for wanting to hook up with my daughter? My 47 friend, 40, and her husband, 48, are known to be swingers, although they never confirm nor deny. I met this friend, I'll call her Sarah, at my old place of work 7 years ago. She was my coworker. I worked at that job for many years. All my coworkers were like family to me. We were all very close. So even when I stopped working there, I kept close contact with my ex-coworkers and we would hang out often. My daughter-in-law's 26 baby shower was a couple days ago and it took place at my house. So I invited many of my friends including Sarah and her husband. The baby shower was going great until my daughter, 19, came up to me saying that she thinks Sarah and her husband are hitting on her. I asked her why she felt that way, hoping it would be some sort of misunderstanding, but my daughter said that Sarah kept talking about my daughter and her boyfriends, 20, Lil called him Dan, looks, saying how attractive they were, complimenting their bodies, and asking about their intimate life. My daughter said her boyfriend looked visibly uncomfortable. Sarah then offered my daughter and her boyfriend to come to her place with her husband when the party was over. My daughter just awkwardly laughed it off and then went to tell me what happened. While she was telling me, Sarah's husband, I'll call him Jay, was talking to Dan. The conversation started off about sports, then somehow became about intimacy. Jay asked Dan straight up if him and my daughter wanted to go back to his place and swap out ladies for a little bit. Dan immediately declined, to which Jay replied you're no fun and kept trying to convince him. Dan walked away after that. I didn't want to start drama at the baby shower, so the next morning I confronted Sarah over the phone about what happened. She said I don't see what the problem is, they're both adults. That response made me livid, but I was trying with all my might to keep my cool. These were my issues. 1. Why would you try to plan a hookup at a baby shower? 2. Why would you hook up with your close friend's daughter and her partner? 3. Sarah and her husband have known my daughter since she was 12. Sarah refused to apologize and accused me of intimacy shaming. I said some not so nice things on the phone, and I did threaten to beat her butt if she comes close to my daughter or her boyfriend again. I told her to never speak to me again and blocked her number. Some of our mutual friends said I overreacted because it's not like she was trying to force your daughter to have intimacy with her husband and said they were just asking my daughter and her boyfriend if they were interested, so that makes it okay. I wonder how they would feel if she did that to their children. So am I wrong? Update, Sarah texted me on a number that I do not know. She said, hey, my name. I heard about everything that happened with Sarah and husband at your daughter-in-law's baby shower and I'm sorry that my daughter felt uncomfortable. But I know Sarah and husband are not the kind of people to do that intentionally. Sarah has such a kind heart and I want to know how to resolve this because all this fighting is stressing out our friend group. My response, I don't know what you heard, but Sarah and her husband asked my daughter and her boyfriend out on a swinger date at the baby shower. It disgusts me that a friend I trusted around my child since she was 12 would consider my young adult daughter fair game and proposition her at a family function. Further, it became clear when my daughter and her boyfriend turned them down they pressured them to change their minds. I am removing Sarah and her husband from my life because of their lack of boundaries and for intimately propositioning and harassing my daughter. This is not about her chosen lifestyle. This is about her incredibly poor judgment and lack of boundaries. I understand this may be a shock to you and our friend group. I know that it is difficult to see Sarah and her husband in this light, and I agree that in the past Sarah has had a kind heart. However, I witnessed this behavior. I am crystal clear on what happened. Sarah has no concerns about the fact that she has irrevocably crossed my boundaries as a friend and is talking about it amongst our friends as if I am shaming her intimacy. I don't care about her intimacy. I care about the well-being of my daughter. If you can't understand that, perhaps we should reevaluate if we are still compatible as friends. Sarah then said, my name. I thought that we were over all of this petty drama, but clearly not. How dare you try to slander mine and my husband's names to our friends? No, we're not some sort of sick kid lovers. Your daughter is an adult and you can't control her sex life. Your excuses for everything are all bull. You know, husband, and I have disabilities. We are both autistic, so it makes it hard for us to read the room or whatever you're telling people. But I will lawyer up because I have a friend who is a lawyer and I will sue the hell out of your butt if you keep saying my husband and I are kid lovers. I will apologize to daughter and boyfriend for making them uncomfortable if I did, but never to you. You don't get crap from me. I replied, you and your husband are kid lovers. You've known daughter since she was 12 years old and then you pull that crap. Sue me.